Carbon has been around since the beginning of time. It was here long before there was ever a pope, and it will be here long after the pope and the rest of us are gone. But is carbon really 666? Let's find out. Carbon is the sixth element in the periodic table of elements. It's number 6 because it has 6 protons. Here's a two-dimensional schematic representation of a carbon-12 atom, the stuff you and I are made of. Most of you have probably seen something like this in grade school. A carbon atom doesn't really look like this. It's merely a simplified way of illustrating the basic building blocks of the atom. And if you look closely, you'll notice something very interesting. The carbon-12 atom, the stuff you and I and all life are made of, has 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. 666. That's right, we are quite literally 666. Sorry, unless you're God, this is a fact that cannot be challenged. Oh, but wait, there's more, a lot more. What you're seeing here is a modern-day three-dimensional representation of a carbon-12 atom. If you had the ability to observe a carbon atom up close, it would most likely look very similar to this. At the center, we have our 6 protons and 6 neutrons, and orbiting those are the 6 electrons. These balloon-looking objects represent the typical orbital paths of the electrons. In other words, if you were to go looking for the electrons, the most likely place you will find them is in these areas. So what other secrets is this little guy hiding, huh? We're going to stop these electrons for a moment to see what else we can find. I think I see something. Let's rotate the point of view a little bit to get a clearer picture of it. Wow, the symbols for alpha and omega. You know what those mean, right? Alpha means beginning, and omega means end. This makes sense because life begins as carbon, and life ends as carbon. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, as they say. These are also the symbols for female and male. No, that's not a Jesus symbol at the top, folks. Look at the shape. I'm pretty sure women had those before Jesus came. What else is there? The symbol for Kumbha, or womb. Of course, many carbon-based life forms come from a womb. Next. That looks like an Om. The Om symbol describes what you do once you're born. Sometimes you're awake, and sometimes you're asleep. Sometimes you're dreaming, and perhaps one day you transcend it all. How? Stay tuned. One symbol describes all that. Pretty cool. I see one more, but it's a shame to come out. The swastika. No, contrary to what that evil guy Hitler did, this is not an evil symbol. It's actually an ancient symbol representing all kinds of neat things like good luck, the sun, or even the 4 elements of earth, wind, fire, and water. And let me tell you, you're going to need all of that if you want to be a carbon-based life form. So there you have it. Alpha, Omega, Kumbha, Om, swastika. It almost reads like the Book of Life. If you think that all this is coincidence, remember Uncle Mikey's rule number 3. There are no coincidences. If you haven't figured it out by now, here's a clue. We're not alone. This is information that was given to us by someone or something a long time ago. And more evidence is piling up that it just may be the very ones who created us in the first place. I know this may sound scary or stupid or wrong to some of you that are new to the notion of being an engineered species, but because of the internet, it's all starting to leak out. Secrets are being revealed right now. Ever heard of the Anunnaki, the gods of royal blood? Did you know the ancient name for carbon is Anu? Check out this recent headline. Your owners are talking about DNA coming from space. Here's a picture of a fossilized marine animal called a crinoid. What's interesting about this photo is that it was taken on Mars by the Martian rover Opportunity. They're getting ready for something called disclosure, and you can dismiss it or ignore it all you want. It doesn't matter because whether you like it or not, you'll have to face this reality soon.